that throughout the thousands of years that this earth has been here, and through the civilizations that we have been through, that are here and have gone, that this world is ever changing, and it always will change. We have to keep up with the changes, and it's being active and being in tune with what's going on. There's always going to be diverse frequencies and people who believe in different ways. But what's important is for you to know the one of the highest good, and that is the good for humanity. It's not about low frequencies. It's not about killing. It's not about anger, fear, disparity, jealous, greed. It's about forgiveness, love, joy. And that is the highest. That is what all religious books are based on. So we are in an earth-based world. This is a three-dimensional world that we live in. And we are ego-based, edging God out, and that's what we do here. We use our ego when we live here. When we come from creation, we live here on earth. We go back to creation. We need to learn to bring creation here, but not everybody understands that because they live in this third-dimensional world. But when we shift out, we go back to our multi-dimensional world. And we can choose to go into a higher dimension or a lower dimension. But things on this earth are always going to stay chaotic because people on this earth will always be chaotic as well as we have peace. So it will always be erratic behaviors because we are a reflection of that. And that's just the way it's going to be. Jill, it's so funny you said that because I was all nervous because I'm not a big alien person at all. I know, I think they're out there. I never thought
but I believe in them. I never had the
too.
Experience, so it was a wonderful experience.
I've never experienced an alien. We live in Florida, so
right.
they're around here somewhere, but we talk with aliens here. But I had a message this morning, just like last year. I always try to, get a great message for the panel. And my message today, and I don't get a lot of, my books come from the skulls. And Pancha was the one that actually created Create Your Magic with me. And this book was from Max when I first met him. I'm already getting messages of this beautiful skull. And what's going on here is that the message this morning was about aliens. And that we know that there is a galactic federation. We know that there's things that are happening out there. But when this shift happens, that they want, Mother Earth told me, she goes, you need to tell them now that they will be here and they will be walking on this planet, not like they do already. I mean, they always have been walking with us, from what I understand. But it's going to be on a different way. When the shift happens, that they're helping us, there's some guiding us, there's enlightened beings out there that are helping us, but there's also some that aren't so good, right? I mean, that's what I understand. And that's what she came through and said. And she goes, on this third dimensional planet, she goes, they're entering in because the frequency that's here, that we're in, because everything is on a frequency, and that's the way it is. You can't plug in an electrical outlet in America and it doesn't work in Europe. It's just the way it is. Things are on different frequencies wherever you are. Our whole body, our planet, our trees, our plants, our water. And anything that enters and leaves can come in on that frequency as long as it lives. If it's too high of a frequency, they can't live. When we pass through on this next dimensional shift, which is going to be amazing, but there's a lot of traumas that this earth is always going to have. But it's going to be up to you to choose to go through this multidimensional shift and to be that energetic being and to be in that different plane of existence. And no, this world isn't going to end. This world is going to keep going. But you know what? Let me tell you something, guys. I don't want my children here, and I don't want myself here, because I'm not going through doomsday preppers that they show on TV. Because everybody's living in fear, anxiety, and they're going to be people who are full, I'm going to get very emotional, that are very full of anger and fear and are going to be full of guns in their homes when the shit hits the fan. And that's what's going to happen. And you know what? I think it's going to be very important for people who are on a conscious level to understand that these things are going to always be this way. But when this shift happens, which I do believe that that the Earth's always going to be here. But I know that when the shift goes through, there will be a change of the dimensional shift. And those who are on the higher frequency will make it through, and we will still be having jobs, we will still be working, but we will not be on this plane. It will be a parallel plane where we have, we're working in barter there. But in here, the aliens will be walking. That's what she said today. The aliens will be walking more than ever. You know, I don't know how big their heads are, and 2 or 3 or 4 heads, whatever they look like. I don't know. I've never met one. But she said, and those who pass through this dimensional shift will be walking with the Ascended Masters. And the children, you know, will be the ones who are teaching us because they are already tuning into this already. And the children, that's why the children need to be aware now, which is what my program is about for families and adults, to work together in harmony, to start getting it now. That's it. So that, sorry, it was a mouthful, but I got...
No worries. Sherinata, hey, there you go. Hey, thanks so much.
Thank you.